We earn, buy something and save our money. Living beyond economy is impossible. What trends are dictated by the world markets and how do they affect consumers? Watch this in the program People and Economy.
Fixing a bulb, repairing a socket, applying a makeup, doing nails, preparing a dinner or putting the house in order. Nowadays, people often ask professionals to do the jobs like these. About 10,000 various service offerings are published in Kazakhstan every month. Current employment agencies have nothing to suggest for financial experts, cultural workers or public officers. Instead of that, each fourth advertised vacancy is intended for builders, each sixth is related with cleaning services, and each 10th for nurses. Along with that, the growing popularity of specialists, better known as life organizers or super secretaries, is observed. They can organize a meeting with a famous person, arrange an airport transfer in a limousine, book a ticket to a football championship or to the Cannes festival within a couple of hours before the beginning, or even buy socks and deliver them to your home.
В среду, у нас по расписанию начало в 7 вечера.
Transfers, deliveries and orders like these are implemented by Anna Sabeliva. Within 5 years of work, her company rendered services to several hundreds of customers. More than 100 of them have become regular. We work mainly with VIP customers. Among them are men and women. We assist high-ranking officers of different companies, joint stock companies and so on. Usually these people have little free time and they are most demanding. In order to avoid extra work, people are increasingly using services of cleaning companies. In Kazakhstan, such firms have appeared relatively recently and now are becoming very popular. Only for the last 2 years, more than 200 organizations of this kind were opened throughout the country. Monthly incomes of such companies can sometimes exceed $10,000. Cleaning 1 square meter of a living area costs from $1 to $5. Besides cleaning companies, firms specializing in minor repairs are also in demand. For instance, now we can call a specialist who will mend a broken water tap, hang curtains or a lampshade or change electric wiring. As far as I remember, earlier the majority of our customers were mainly single old women. 5 years ago, the number of clients sharply increased. Now, along with single women, we also help to young people and entire families. Domestic services occupy a certain niche in the economy of Kazakhstan and annually bring profit to the amount almost $500 million. Moreover, this figure continues to increase approximately by 10%. Analysts note that repair works and cleaning are not the only areas where specialists are now highly needed. We offer jobs in the sphere of beauty therapy and sports. Beauty therapists, hairdressers, nail technicians and other specialists are needed. In Kazakhstan, there are more than 30,000 beauty salons. Their total revenue exceeds $500,000 annually, which makes up almost 2% of all services throughout the country. Statistically, more than a half of women in Kazakhstan visit hairdressing salons monthly and 25% use these services once in 6 months. The average bill there sometimes reaches $30. While women are paying tribute to the beauty and spend hours in saloons, men frequently ask for help car technicians, auto mechanics, metal workers and electricians. Kazakhstani people spend fabulous money on their vehicles. For comparison, 10 years ago, the size of the car service market was about $116 million. Since recently, it has increased significantly and now is estimated at almost $7 billion. Construction and car repair services are very popular on the labor market. Auto technicians, mechanics, woodworkers and other specialists are always in demand. The tendency towards time saving furthered many services to become online and gave a lot of new opportunities to modern programmers. Paying for utility services, smart banking, delivery of food, clothes and appliances, publishing announcements and booking tickets online is now possible owing to mobile applications. Besides reducing queue time in cash desks, supermarkets and financial institutions, they also save customers private time and money. The most popular mobile application in Kazakhstan, intended for banking service payments, has more than 550,000 valid users. Moreover, monthly their number is increasing by 8,000. Taxi service with more than 250,000 downloads per program is on the second place. Programs for free announcements, ticket and coupon reservations with more than 100,000 downloads are in the third position. The thriftiest people in the world live in Europe. They do not like long queues, continuous phone talks or delayed guests. In order to save as much time as possible, more than 70% of Europeans give preference to online services. They pay for utility services by means of only one click. They buy clothes, home appliances and even pizza through a touchscreen of their phones without leaving a house. 45% of those with the internet access are active e-banking users. Nowadays, more than 150 million of Europeans use this type of services. During the conference in Baku, a representative of a Spanish bank told that 90% of their clients did not visit their offices at all. They have 3 departments and all the services are made online. In the US, this system is also very well developed and people do not visit banks unless necessary. Besides benefits, the active usage of mobile application services has also caused some inconveniences to the working class. The majority of companies now do not keep large offices due to the possibility of working at home via the internet or mobile apps. Service payments are also affected via the internet. The facilitation of such procedures led to office staff reduction by almost 3%. Naturally, unemployment raised discontent among ordinary workers. Taxi drivers in the UK organized mass protests due to mobile applications which force out of the market ordinary taxi companies. Nowadays, any driver can download a proper application, pay some commission fee and carry people. Meanwhile, developers of such applications get a commission fee from each payment. Most of Europeans are devotees of cleanliness. Because of that, services of cleaning companies there have always been in priority. In total, residents of this region spend more than 60 billion euros annually on professional cleaning of their houses. Dry cleaning and laundry services are also very popular. They are very beneficial for students, bachelors, young mothers and large families. In contrast to Europeans, residents of Asia prefer to clean their houses, prepare dinner and care about their children all by themselves. Here are popular other types of services. Thus, citizens of China, Japan, Thailand and Egypt give preference to health-improving services. The most popular of them is massage. One session costs from $3 to $20. Beauty salons are popular as well. In China, for instance, there are quarters where nail and hairdressing salons are located within each 15 meters. Since owning a car is much costly for the majority of people in the Asian region, there is a high demand for transport services. For example, rickshaws in China are widely used as public transport. The number of this sort of taxis in each city exceeds 10,000. One trip varies between 5 and 15 yuan, depending on the distance. The USA is a leading country in terms of the number of consumer services and their social importance. Their services for general public account for 30% of the entire consumer budget. Cleaning services are most in demand on the consumer service market. The annual revenue of such companies can reach up to $70 billion. Maintaining houses in good state in the US is a national tradition. Because of that, each fifth American family employs a full-time house cleaner and gardener. Housing costs and utility service payments are the main expenditure item for American families. They are followed by car maintenance costs, which account for 20% of budgets of ordinary Americans and even exceed food and health expenses. Currently, there are about 400,000 of various car service stations throughout the country, which employ almost 3 million people. This market brings billions of dollars of profits to the country's budget. The popularity car service car wash stations are so high that many families open their own service facilities in their territories. Various services account for more than 25% of the global trade volume. Several years ago, the size of this market was about $2 trillion. Experts note that in the last years, the demand for consumer services increases by 30% annually. The fact that a person becomes lazy and does not want to do anything with their own hands is quite a positive fact, because people give the priority to their value. Services for the laziest people are also in demand. Thus, in New York, it is possible to hire a person who will stand in a queue instead of you for $25 per hour. Those who have no time to care about their pets can apply to special agencies where their cats or dogs will be washed for $15 per animal. This sort of a wet job is usually done by men. Websites can help you to save your money on various services offered by beauty salons or cleaning companies. Payments made with your banking cards and by means of mobile applications will allow you to save a good amount of money on commission fees, which are excluded in e-payments. IT developers already introduce new technologies in order to give customers a chance to effect payments in such a way. Mobile POS and NFC systems belong to the augmented reality technologies. POS is inserted into the earphone plug of mobile phones. After that, you pass your credit card, put your signature on the screen and get a receipt by SMS. Near-field communication, or NFC, is a non-contact technology. It means that there is no need to give your card to a shop assistant. If the price of purchases does not exceed $50, you have just to attach your card to a special terminal which will automatically withdraw money from the account and send you an SMS message with a receipt. Each fifth terminal all over the world is equipped with NFC system. The majority of them are installed in banks, supermarkets and public catering establishments. Last year, their number reached 10 million. A unique service has been invented in Japan for those who feel it too difficult to apologize to a friend or loved ones. Specially trained people will offer an apology instead of the customer. Doing it by phone costs $100. Meanwhile, the price of a personal visit to an offended person starts from $250.